Like, look, what they should have just did, and I hate it because it's my favorite point guard. They should have just let John Wall play because he's literally the point guard they needed. Let him literally show Kevin Porter Jr. what he needed to do, and then you trade him. You know, basically treat him how Cleveland treated Ricky Rubio. Is he just more expensive?
True. Yeah.
Like it's just way more expensive. But I think John Wall probably would have did y'all better because he would have fast tracked y'all progression a lot faster than what y'all needed to. The only thing is y'all probably would have won more games, so y'all probably wouldn't have had it. But I think sometimes you have to take the bad with the good because I think Kevin Porter Jr. would have jailed with John Wall because of how John Wall personality is. But at the same time, I think he would have had them young guys more like Jalen Green. Like, because Jalen Green, to me, he in certain instances, from an athletic standpoint, he reminds me of a young John Wall.
Okay.
But then Kevin Porter Jr., from an intent standpoint, reminds me of a young John Wall. It's just,
I can say that.
But Houston got a lot of questions.
Could you imagine if Houston took Jaden Ivey at 3? What like a betrayal? Nah, it wouldn't be a betrayal, obviously, but what a kick in the ribs that would be to Kevin Porter. That basically would tell him that you're not our future starting point guard.
Yeah.
And Kevin Porter would probably leave straight away. Knowing him, he would request a trade straight away.
He would probably have to if he just wouldn't have a lot of value.
Back to Cleveland. No.
I'll take him back.
I don't even know if I would, but there's a lot of to talk about here. The other situation that I think would be interesting is too low key is the Portland Trailblazers. I feel so bad for Damian Lillard. Did you see Damian Lillard show up to that draft basically with a whole entire city on his back just to fall down in the lottery? Do you know that sad TikTok song? The one called Tell Me Why I'm Waiting? Yeah. I was thinking someone's going to edit him sitting there with a black and white filter, and it's just going to be, tell me why I'm waiting. Just him, mate. He deserves everything, that guy. I feel so bad for him. And I don't like how people shit on Portland. Like, I've clearly never been there. But in his words, people really be going to Oklahoma. Like, why would you want to trash on Portland? You know what I mean? Okay, turn that off, bro. Turn it off. Shut it down, man. I don't want to see it. Shut it down. You've been outrageous with these backgrounds today, mate. I don't like it one little bit. But realistically, it's 7-2. I feel even worse for him because the perfect player for them was Keegan Murray. Have you heard of him? 6'8", small forward / power forward. That's a really good perimeter defender and really good 3-point shooter. That would have been perfect for the Trailblazers. Could have got him at 5, could have got him at 6, and they fall to pick 7. Now it's projected that the Pistons will be taking Keegan Murray at pick 5 because then they'll trade Jeremy Grant. That's what they're saying. Got to feel bad for Damian Lillard. Screw it. I'm making the TikTok. I'm putting it on as a short.
Dame's demand a trade, man. Portland. Dame literally dropped his head in the draft lottery when he seen his number. Like Portland literally was terrible for no reason.
Yeah.
Like they traded CJ McCollum. They lost Eric Bledsoe. They traded the other point guard they got from that trade.
Wait, what did they get out of CJ McCollum, by the way?
Nickeil Alexander, Eric Bledsoe, Josh Hart. But they traded Nickeil Alexander. I forgot for who. Eric Bledsoe got hurt. And Josh Hart, yeah.
What happened to that first round pick? Where did it go? Because they got a first round pick from New Orleans, didn't they? It was a very heavily protected first. Oh, because New Orleans made the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, did I get
Yeah.
to? Who gets that pick then? We need to investigate this before we hop off.
Yeah.
Who gets that pick? Because draft order. Because low key, this could mean if that CJ McCollum trade was successful or not. Where did it go? Charlotte got it. How did Charlotte get it? Man, it must have had some protection on it where Charlotte somehow got it. By the way, Charlotte have picked 15 and 13. I don't know how they did that. Somehow. But yeah, I don't know. That's a big L for the Trailblazers. So they got Josh Hart out of CJ McCollum then.
Yeah, that was basically a 1-for-1 trade. Josh Hart for CJ.
They had to have gotten something else, right? They had to have.
Yeah. I don't know.
And they didn't even get Eric Bledsoe out of that deal because Eric Bledsoe was the Norman Powell one. Who'd they get out of that? Did they really get Eric Bledsoe out of Norman Powell? Yeah. Wait, what happened to Portland? They just traded away all these guys for a packet of Doritos and they didn't even get a Mountain Dew. They got a Sprite. What happened? What did Portland do? That's what Damian Lillard just dropped his head and was like, my God. What happened?
This is what I'm saying. Dave needs to leave Portland. Y'all are unlucky. Y'all are probably the worst development staff I've ever seen. Y'all can't develop. Y'all cannot scout. Y'all can't make trades. Portland has not done anything successful at any point consecutive.
And you know how high I am on Portland, and I'm starting to realize, oh my God. Like, can you imagine Damian Lillard? He's probably thinking, all right, so what did you get me? So we tanked the whole year, played the worst basketball I've ever seen us play. You traded away CJ McCollum. You traded away Norman Powell. What'd you get me? And they'll come up to him and they'll be like, yeah, we got you Eric Bledsoe. We got you Josh Hart. And there's a chance we may get Jeremy Grant in free agency when we try and trade for him. But there's no guarantee. So sit back and relax and watch the show. And we didn't win the lottery. We got pick 7.
You literally got Damian Lillard rumors of a DeAndre Ayton, a Zach LaVine, a Jeremy Grant. Like,
that's what they should do. They should just offer DeAndre Ayton $50 million a year because that's the only way they'll get him. Because I don't think Phoenix will want anything the Trailblazers have other than pick 7. And
because they don't have anything.
And the Trailblazers aren't going to want to give up pick 7. They're going to, because that's the only thing they got out of doing all of this shit was pick 7.
Yeah. And it's not like you're not going to trade Josh Hart because I'm assuming this is who you're going to use to rebuild the roster with a Fernie Simons.
Yeah.
Right. So the only.
That's another good point. I guess trading CJ basically brought in a new player because Anthony Simons was 20 times better when CJ was out the door.
Yeah,
but it's still not a lot.
But it's still not he's still not even even though he has played 20 times better, he's still not even half of what CJ McCollum was and ended up being in New Orleans. They ended up making the playoffs the moment they went. So the only tradable asset, the most realistic tradable asset you got is Dame, but you're not even willing to give him up. And Nurkic is so injury prone. You're not gonna get your fullest dollar.
And
for Nurkic.
They have to bring him back too, because first of all, no one wants Nurkic. I don't think he's probably gonna go anywhere because he'll just re-sign in Portland because no other team will want him.
He's banged up.
They also lost Robert Covington and Larry Nance for no reason.
They're in LA.
Yeah, they could have gotten Lauri Markkanen, by the way. When they gave up Derrick Jones and all of that, they watched Lauri Markkanen go to the Cavs, and they could have even had that guy, but they picked Larry Nance over him, who played 2 games for him.
And then he still ended up in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, so they gave him a 2 in that trade. I forgot. Yeah.
I hate the fact that Larry Nance left the Cavs because he wanted to make the playoffs. And the Cavaliers had a way better year than New Orleans did, But somehow Larry Nance still got his wish and we still didn't make the playoffs. Screw Larry Nance, bro. But thank you for Lauri Markkanen. I appreciate that. I don't mind Lauri Markkanen for Larry freaking Nance. That's a good trade. But yeah, I think we call it off here because honestly, what I was really empathetic for Portland because I thought they were going to have 2 first-round picks, and I think they would have somehow got them if the Pelicans didn't make the playoffs. So I think there was some protection thing on, where if the Pelicans missed the playoffs, I think it somehow would have gotten to the Trailblazers somehow, but somehow it's now gone to the Hornets. But man, I didn't go to college, so you can figure this out in your own time. All right, but yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. Shout out to Raleigh. I think I'm doing a podcast with old mate Pip next week, mate. I don't know.
That should be fun.
Yeah, I found this other guy. He has a YouTube channel called Just Dame, and he has about, I think, 300, 400 subs. And it was similar to when I started watching you. When I started watching you, when you had like 300 subs. When I first found you out online, I was like, yo, we're going to make a podcast with this guy. I texted this other dude and I said, what's going on? Because he makes some Cavs content and I think we might be setting up a podcast. So yeah, anyone who's watched this 2-hour long podcast, there you go. Might be doing one with him. But the Pip one should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that should be fun for sure.
Yeah. All right, go subscribe to Raleigh's channel. Link in the description down below. And I guess we'll watch this space. We'll see what the Cavs do. We'll see what the Trailblazers do. And yeah,
we know
what happens. Yeah. Spoiler alert, they're not going to do much. So leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.